Howdy, this is Bubba here, or maybe Dollywood Outsider if you know me from Instagram. We're going to do a video. Today was a major Dollywood news day. I don't do this type of recording a lot as far as from the TV screen, and also got a bit of a cold, so bear with me in any technical difficulties. Most people, like the biggest Dollywood news you will get in a couple of years, you got the announcement for the new ride. I will not be covering that. I was not at the event, as you see from the background. So check out my buddy Theme Park Vision. She'll have all the details on that. Also, we'll be doing a podcast on that we've launched, DW Blazing Banter, at some point here in the next couple of days if everybody's schedule aligns. So what I will be focused on is the season pass information, the 26 season pass information. So I want to get straight to that. So as you see, this is the ride there, which they're going to be promoting there, and that will come up throughout this. Okay, we the dime overall. I was pleased with this. There's still a little bit of confusion, which there always is with Dollywood on announcing their stuff. Overall, you look at the diamond. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. $355 plus tax. That adds up to $398. We're just going to call it 400. The official total was $398.88 for the standard adult, a little bit cheaper for kids or seniors and military and stuff like that. But standard price, we're just going to call it $400 for that. And what you get with that is that's the you get to visit the past the park, the regular Dollywood Park plus the Splash Country. Starting here at the top, you see September 17th of, no, yeah, you get to visit from starting September 17th all the way up to January 4th for this year. But I don't know how that means. I think it's just if you renew. I do not know how that means if you're brand new. They acted like it was for renewed only. I've not heard or tried. Sometimes I have heard in the past that does work, but but because if you got a diamond pass, you don't really need that. But on some passes, that could come in handy. Like maybe you're going from like a silver to a diamond, so that could come in clutch for some people. So, and then for next year, you've got it from March 13th through January the 3rd. So that tells me that's probably going to be your days of operation next year. So probably going to open March 13th and close January the 3rd. So that means no year-long round Dollywood, which I was not expecting that. You've got the Night Flight Expedition. That is the new coaster they just announced today. You got an early ride event with that. Again, this next part here is all if you scroll over there just to kind of make it a little bit shorter. The dates are the same for the silver. So as far as the gold, the dates are the same. I guess that might be the easiest way to say that. So the gold in the diamond, you do not have any restrictions on as far as the dates there. So you do get an early ride event, so it's probably going to be a 1 day thing. Typically, your dining shopping, you get 20% off. The discounted friends and family is $15. Skip over that. Christmas Bring a Friend is $40. Now that's not nothing. And that is good for all three of the passes. So if you are somebody that uses all your Bring a Friend passes, that could come in handy if you're just going 1 day. So that that's most people most people probably have Bring a Friend passes laying around, or a buddy that does. But that could come in handy there. The $40 so that is 60% off. So that is a pretty good deal there. Discounted Bring a Friend passes, so you do have the option to get those for $40. Says three of them, if I'm understanding that right in there. So again, that's a little bit cheaper than the other ones. The Bring a Friend ticket, that's where I think the confusion is coming in at, from what I have seen. You says 2 free tickets. Okay, last year everybody knows the Diamond got 4, but when you scroll up here, it says 2 free 26 Bring a tickets for Dollywood and then 2 free bring a friend tickets for Splash Country. So I don't think, from what I understand, if I'm reading it right, what's in it, or if they're saying the right thing, you're not actually losing bring a friend passes. They're just cutting them in half of you having to use them for Splash Country and 2 of them. So it's what the souvenir refill mug. That of course, my guess is that's going to have something with a new ride on there, and almost a guarantee. And then the night flight expedition, that says stick it. I wonder if that's supposed to be sticker set. So that does kind of confirm that the cups refill are back, which was one of the biggest things. You get $10 off time saver discount. $10 off preferred parking. The monthly cinnamon bread is back, and you do have the monthly plan as well. So that's what you get for $400. So that is an amazing value. I know some people this sticker shark may get them, but that is a good value. Going down here to the gold, it's $235 plus tax. So you're probably looking $40 or so for tax. So you're looking. Let's just go over the and then the looking at the big differences here. I think you get. It says 1 free bring a friend ticket. Because for the gold, you do not get the water park. So it looks like you're getting 1 ticket compared to 4 for the bring a friend. So that's a big difference there. It says you get an all-season mug. I do not really know the difference between the all-season mug and the Diamond Pass holder tumbler. We do not recommend distilling drinks like most people do at Dollywood. So do not really know the difference there. I know in the past it's not been unlimited all year round. It's just been free for one day. And that's not, you do not get the cinnamon bread. Scrolling back down to the silver's 160, so you're probably going $190 range or so with the time you add tax in there. The biggest thing is they cut you off for as you do get a little bit of time. You do get 2 months of this year, and then for next year they're going to cut you off at the same time, which will be mid-December. So you do get some time for Christmas. You are included in the expedition ride event. You get 10% off, 5% less than the gold. Super relevant. You do not get a cup. You don't get any bring a friend passes. So that basically just gets you in the park. And then they have a summer as well, which I didn't realize that's $125 plus tax. So you're probably looking at $150 range total. And it is just good from April 18th through September 13th. So that is still about 4 months. But if you're playing the game of which one should I get, that's you're looking at. There's about $120 difference if you're deciding between the gold and the diamond. Let's say that your $120 difference. What do you get? The main thing you want to ask yourself is the water park. How often are you going to use the water park? And how often are you going to use the bring a friend passes? Your family situations will hinge on that. Some people will strategically plan this out with every single bring a friend pass. Some people, just, and I personally, like to just get the diamond pass and just be done with it. Not have to worry about, well, if this person goes, it becomes stressful with having to rely on the bring a friend passes because if you're like me, you feel like you've got to go. Well, I've used my bring a friend passes. I only get 4. I got to use my I gotta get my money's worth out of it. So that's something I always like to say. But you're really looking at how much you use the water park and your burger friend passes. The cups good. The cinnamon bread is a big deal. The free parking, of course, that is the golden diamond only. So I mean, everybody knows that you need one gold in your family if you're going multiple times because the parking's what, $25 to $30. So that's if you're deciding between silver or the silver or gold. Maybe you got somebody in the family that doesn't go a lot. Again, if somebody in your family gets a diamond pass, you can get them in after this December 13th date there. But yeah, it's basically kind of similar to what it's always been. There's not a whole lot of major differences, which to me it's a good eye. But I think I'm still a little bit surprised they still give us the Burger Friend passes. I'm glad they do. It pays for my season pass basically when I spent the hotel room with my cousin because of that, and that pays for my season pass with my hotel savings. So I'm certainly glad they are, but but yeah, I think it's a really good deal. It just depends on if you have specific questions about your family situation and what season pass is right for you. Leave me a comment and I'll reply to you and let you know. All right, something I want to make sure I went over kind of quickly is the free parking is still there for the gold and diamond. So the free parking is still there for the gold and diamond. The other thing, one more thing, is the pre-K Imagination Season Pass. You can do that now as well. This is for children born in 21 or 22. So if you got a child born in 21 or 22, you can do that, and they can get in the park for free. Um, then another thing I want to mention for us is the gold and diamond. They both or they start doing these things called monthly digital offers. So that's something that you can. They do that, so that's kind of something they've started over the last couple of months. They do a 20% off hotel lodging. I can't remember if I said that. The other thing too is that you want to do this by October the 12th to get the diamond pass holder. So you got to do that by October 12th. So if you're somebody that procrastinates, you've got roughly a month. But if you do it after this, you will not get that. So I recommend go ahead and knocking that out soon while you're thinking about it.